Hello, hello, hello. This is the Poetic Perfectionist Podcast. I am your host, Sophia.
And I'm your other host, Abigail, but you can call me Abby for short.
How's it going?
Trying to live my best life. Just keep nothing but positive energy around as best as I can.
Well, look at you, friend, being all positive, being all glowing and shit.
I said trying.
Oh, well, I'm sorry.
You can't be locking yourself to an emotion. You know damn well something could happen. Next thing you know, like, listen, it was all right 30 seconds ago. Not now. Not now.
You can be like me and not acknowledge that negative emotion. Just carry on with your positive one. Yeah, I realize that the world is burning behind me, but I don't care. I'm going to acknowledge my positive feelings right now. Yeah, you can do that.
There's such a thing as toxic positivity, right? Like,
yeah, let's soak in it. Let's just revel in that for a while.
It'd be nice if you weren't given the let's throw some lighter fuel in an already burning world so that it goes a little faster. Dang.
Well, shit happens.
Yeah. When you get involved.
I would never. Okay, when I get involved, it's because I do it out of love, concern, pure love.
Oh, is that what we're trying to get the people to believe? Cool.
Yes, cool. Because it's the truth.
Yeah,
I would never lie to you about that. No. You know what? Whatever. I tried being positive with you and you still don't accept it. You know what? Screw you. How about that? How you like the apples?
I didn't say anything. Mm-hmm. All I did was clear my throat. Like, can I not clear my throat?
Not in such a negative way. I know how you clear your throat.
Triggered and hostile.
Because
go back to them sessions, huh?
You don't appreciate my love.
I appreciate you for all you offer and all you are.
Comes with conditions. I don't like that.
Conditions? No, never.
Comes with conditions. Anyway.
Never that.
Aside from your having hate in your heart for me, how's your Thursday?
I don't have hate in your heart for you. I just want to co-sign your lies. What? I'm your friend. Leave it to the other people to lie to you. We've been through too much to be lying for each other now.
You're my friend.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You're my
time to run was long
person.
gone.
How are you?
Tired. Very tired. I spend the majority of the day running around doing errands, and I also still have some things that I gotta do before it gets dark.
Person. So I was asking, I see you got your famous or infamous, however you want to word it, head wrap on. That must means that you did not leave the house today.
Girl, I did leave the house, and this thing was on my head the whole time, and it's not my do-rag. This one is different. This one is this is supposed to be just to control the edges, but I never did my edges. I just kind of like wrapped it up to cover up the edges so nobody was looking too close. You know,
that explains why I'm not having a fighting match with it. But it looks like it likes me.
The rest of my hair was out though. I just didn't have time this morning. I woke up so early trying to fight the Boston traffic to get to my sister. So,
ooh, how was the traffic? I know with the tunnel closed, everybody is like, it's chaotic.
Brutal. Bumper to bumper. Even the HOV couldn't do shit.
No, the HOV never did anything. I'm sorry. It just never did. I never saw the point of it.
I never thought so. I mean, it had its purpose, but it's like, if you're someone that's like,
where
an exit soon, it's not useful for you.
Exactly.
So... yeah.
You want me to go in a straight line behind people? I swear there were times where people in the HOV line were slower than the ones in traffic.
Yeah, because whoever's leading the line doesn't know. If they had I think if they made the HOV line like 2 lanes type of situation, like maybe take like a lane off. So if they had done like to go down, okay, right? Most people know there's not going to be as much traffic to go down. Why not take an additional lane from people coming from Boston and adding it to those going into it? So that now instead of being like 4 lane, including the HOV, it can be 5 lanes. So 4 lanes for actual traffic, and then the one for the HOV, and just take it from like, the lane going down. Because that would make more sense, because then you have 2 lanes for the HOV, so that those who are actually moving will move, and then those who are sleeping will sleep.
Continue to sleep.
It's early in the morning. They haven't washed the caca from their eyes.
But that would be asking too much of people to think ahead, which it's not something that humans we do as a collective.
No, apparently not.
No, but the traffic just didn't look very,
Oh, it was bad. I had to get myself off and do the back roads. That's the only way I was able to get there in somewhat reasonable time. If not, I would not have been there. Like my other sister had to go to the airport. It took her over an hour, almost 2 hours just to get there. A trip that normally takes from here to there like maybe 45 minutes or so.
On a good day.
On a good day, exactly. Took over an hour to get there.
Listen, we can complain about our traffic all day long as long as it's not as bad as LA. They live in traffic all day, every day.
Yeah, that's sickness.
I'll be like, 3 hours and you're going where? No, thank you.
I was though.
That can't fly over here. Okay, we will. The riots. Will just back to back. That'll be the one thing we all can agree on. You're not gonna bring that shit over here.
Nah, ghetto. Just ghetto.
You could just take that right on back to California.
I know. It would have been nice though, like for it being my day off, I would have liked to at least, because I've been trying to like wash my hair for like days. That shit is not gonna happen before my appointment. At this point, I just resign myself to just go, just wait for my hair appointment.
When's your appointment? This weekend?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you still have tomorrow.
What's the point if I wash it? Well, I mean, I guess I could, and then just put like relaxer or something or treatment in, and then they could just wash and take care of it in the morning.
Yeah, as opposed to doing heavy duty, because your stylist is heavy duty and your heavy duty are two very different versions. I'm sure
this is very true. This is very, very true.
It would be a lot. Like for me, I gotta wash out like a lot of product in I was supposed to wash my hair last week, didn't do that.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, my hair kind of I let my hair speak to me. Bitch, we're not washing our hair today. I don't feel like it. Okay. Who am I to argue with you? I've tried doing that and it all falls out. I don't want to do all that.
Yeah, my hair be speaking to me too. We needed to get washed. Wash us. And I'm like, I got like 1,000,001 things to do. And
you want to wake up bald headed?
Can't fit that in. No, I don't want that. Why would you wish such terrible things on me?
Exactly. So then go wash your hair. Is what your hair follicles will be saying to you at night.
I know. It's already been threatening me with my edges. Don't be giving me some panickies. Okay, don't give me theories.
My knock on wood have been cooperating a lot lately, well with me, so I'm very happy about that. But like I gotta go through my I recently went through my bin of like, because when I was first going natural, I was testing out some of the products that were in trend at the time. Oh, I bought so much, it's not even funny. So I still have a good chunk of it, and I gotta like toss some of it out. I think there's like maybe one thing that maybe would work for like my mom. It's just so much at all, and they weren't cheap at all. They were not cheap.
Yeah,
so I can't even resell them. So get that idea out of your head.
Ooh, that's tough. And you can't use them anymore? Dang, that's tough.
Yeah. So, I mean, I can't complain too much.
Well, I mean,
but
let's see if you have family members or people that actually use those products.
That with all the stuff that I have, I guess I shouldn't complain, but I'm going to, because it's my hair and it's on my head and I have to deal with it. I just want the night process of like doing my hair before I go to bed to be a lot quicker and smoother and less. Oh my God, I don't want to do this right now. Right before I go to bed. Because for some reason, my night routine, not when it comes to like my facial or anything like that, is time consuming. It's my hair. I don't have long hair, but my hair likes to act like it's longer than it is. Therefore, you're going to take forever because I got to detangle it.
Mm-hmm.
I got to part it. I got to
Mm-hmm.
whisper sweet nothings to it.
Not whispering sweet nothings, you know.
Just so I can get it to like, hey, we don't gotta act up tonight. We're just gonna go to sleep.
I can understand it. You know, it's like a plant. If you don't give it some sweet words, it's gonna be like, oh, you don't treat me right. You don't take care of me. I'ma take the cat and leave.
Not the cat.
Yeah, you know, sometimes, you know, scenario in my head how it be going down. I can't say dog. You know, I don't have a dog. I don't know what that's like. Other people talking about it sounds so
It
much
sounds rough.
responsibility.
Sounds rough.
It's like if I'm to have a child one day, I think that's enough. I don't need a dog too that has like just as much demand as the children.
Yeah, but the dog will give you that undying loyalty.
Will it though? Because I've seen some dogs and I don't know about that loyalty.
Don't get a dumb dog. How about that?
Like you have a choice. You just go to a pound and you see a little, be like, oh, this one look okay. It's all barely looks. It's not like you see the one that's dumb got the tattooed in its forehead. So you know, maybe you shouldn't get this one. It's not like it's tripping over itself. So you're like, this one seems a little extra.
Okay, maybe you know what? Don't get a pet. Because I was gonna say get a cat, but no, they're not any better. I know. The way
And he
your
may very
Nico.
well be my last, unless if I go to a shelter where it's like upon arrival, I step into that room, that cat is rubbing up on me, wanting love and attention. Then we'll talk. No.
That's what Misa's cat did to her, and that little shit is still a little shit to her. With love. She says it with love, but she'd be like,
Wow, bait is switch.
Yeah. They be bait. Let me tell you, them animals in the cats or dogs when they in the pound, don't fall for it. They bait and switch you. Once they're good and comfortable with you, they'll be like, you ain't giving me back.
Is nothing sacred.
No.
Is nothing sacred. Animals are supposed to be the one that's like truthful, straightforward. It's like, now I gotta look at them sideways like I do every human being interaction that I do on a
Not these animals, especially in today's times when some people treat their animals better than humans.
I mean, this is
so
true.
I've seen a woman. She has like she's a influencer. She has like 2 pit bulls, cutest pit bulls in the world. Let me tell you that these pit bulls live like royalty.
I can imagine that.
Okay.
Out here eating T-bone steaks and shit.
Kibble? What is this? No.
Kibble.
She cooks their meals. She bathes them every night. They have a night routine. They've got their own I was like,
listen, I need this woman to know that I identify as a dog. Woof woof. Pay my bills. Can you pay my bills?
I'm telling you, and the dogs run up on her like, we like this. They know how well they're being treated. They run up to her. They know what's up. Oh, it's 8 o'clock. It's 7 o'clock. It's time to get started on our night routine. Like, God forbid she leaves those poor dogs at a border or with somebody else and they just give them dry kibble. Them dogs are gonna wither away. Like, what the fuck is this shit?
They're gonna rebel. What they're gonna do? Rebel, take over the house, crack the whip.
They will flip. They'll be like, don't you ever leave me here. Ever.
Yeah,
Ever.
You.
So you better call grandma. Shoot.
Grandma.
Yeah. So it is. And for part of me, as crazy as this may sound, I kind of equate how we treat our hair as kind of like, we got to nourish it. We got to be gentle with it. You know, you can't just put any old products in our hair. Otherwise, We'll flip out. First of all, I have finally found, it wasn't until recently I found a line of products that my hair actually likes. Let's talk about that. Okay.
Oh, that
My
sounds
hair
so
likes it craves it needs it. It's like,
that's
this is
good.
good for us. Continue to buy this. Now, it would have been nice if this was like affordable.
It's not
If I can
affordable.
go to Walmart and
Why
pick up these
would
set
it be?
of items.
Why would it be?
No, 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 no. No, no, no. My hair gotta be like, oh, we like this brand that's currently only available at Sephora. Bitch. Do you have Sephora
Sephora
money?
is pricey. It is pricey.
Okay.
But I mean, the feat in itself of being able to find a good product that works with your hair, I'm still going through a phase of just trying to find some myself. It is difficult. And especially since my hair is sort of like an in between, half relaxed, half natural.
Um,
So it's
oh
tough because like
yeah.
I'm not trying to do a big cut because I essentially want to get a status of doing like a texturizer twice a year type of thing and just push
Mm-hmm.
it out throughout the year. So do a beginning of the
Mm-hmm.
year and maybe at the end of the year, um, or the end of the year, halfway through the year type of thing. Like, but just twice max. But the way that
But
things
does that
looking,
not mess up? Because your hair is technically chemically treated. So does that not mess up with the makeup of how you
yes and
maintain
no,
it in between?
because I still have that's why the products that I have, they have to be like for like chemically treated hair, but also
Yeah.
will take care of the roots part as well. So it's like I'll do treatments that targets the roots, take care of the roots. So like at the source, it's taking care
Yeah.
of it so that the growth is going on well. But then the ends where like the chemically treated part is like I also have it that also caters to that. So it's not dry, it's not brittle. Because right now, let me tell you, I'm like in tears with my hair. Like it's gotten thicker, so much thicker since I've like been pushing out my texturizer. But like
Mm-hmm.
it's the breakage and the dryness and the feeling like, hey, for me, like when your hair is not doing what it's supposed to do, that's the type of stuff that can bring you to tears, man. The importance in the
Well,
relationship with your hair is like fundamental.
it could be emotionally draining. I will agree with you
Oh
on
yeah,
that one. I didn't do the
100%.
big chop. I just let my hair grow. I just let it grow out.
Mhm.
However, because my hair was I already kept my hair short anyway, only because of the parts of my head was like falling out. So there was no growing. That was not
Mhm.
my focus. It was like there's no length retention here. We just want hair at this point.
Yeah.
So keeping it short made sense. But once I got, past that point, it just seemed easier to keep it at a certain length. And I wouldn't say that your hair isn't doing what it's not what your hair isn't doing what it's supposed to do. I think it is, but what I think it is that it's trying to get rid of the dead part in order for the new growth to come in.
Mm.
At least that's how I look at it. Cause it's like in order for your hair to like flourish and, go on and do great things, you got to shed the dead weight. Well, you can't hold on to, whether it's split ends or breakage and all of that. You can't hold on to that. It's got to break free. You got to let that go. But in order
Mhm.
for you to let that go, it actually has to let go, which in itself is which can be an emotional part. I understand because
Oh
it's like
yeah.
your relationship with your hair is a different story. Trust me.
Mhm.
I get it. There have been plenty of times where I contemplated shaving my head and
Uh-oh.
just starting anew. And I said no because I didn't know. I don't have a cute little bald head like Jada Pinkett Smith does. No,
She said I can't pull
no,
that off.
we're not. I'm not pulling that off. Absolutely not. It's like, no, but I think you would. I'm asking for your opinion. Okay.
Nope. She
I said
said
no.
no,
No is no.
no. No, no,
That's
no,
it. That's
no.
all.
Well, I don't blame
But
you.
I
I
think for
mean,
your situation, because it's chemically treated, I think breakage does come with the territory, but also
yeah.
because you're trying to do something new, you kind of want, I almost feel like you kind of need it to break off in order
Mhm.
for it to work out.
See, the crazy thing
if
about
that
it
makes
is,
sense.
it's like when I had first started using texturizer or like a relaxer or whatever for my hair, like it didn't break as much as it does now. I know that at like certain stages of your life, your hair structure and its composition changes because as you age, so does the bonds, so does the, the genetic makeup of how it's made and so on and forth. Like it changes. Like maybe certain things,
Yeah.
die. So then now you start getting white hairs because certain proteins and stuff that was in there is no longer in there anymore. But it's like
Mhm.
it's still like very emotional. Like there are people. I feel like there tend to be like two categories of people where it's like, oh, hair and hair, chop it off, and they don't care anything else. But like for me, I'm like in the category of people. It's like I could neck down, be dressed like a whole bum, but if my hair is on point, I feel like it's the
Yeah.
best it's ever looked. I feel like $1,000,000. But if
You
it's
feel
like if I don't feel
whole.
yeah, and if it doesn't feel as soft as I want it to feel, and I know it can feel, if it doesn't feel healthy and strong, like if it's breaking off and all this other stuff, then it's like it's an emotional toll because it's like you go through so much as it is on a day-to-day basis, and then to have to worry about your hair, which is like a part of you, a huge part of you. It's like one of the first thing that people see is like your face and your hair.
Mhm.
And then for it not to be in
Mhm.
a place and in a way where it's like you feel like it's at its best and its peak, that can be like a blow, like a huge blow to your emotional state.
It can. I mean, it can. I think it also depends on what state you have, or I'd say what style your hair is in or you like it to be in. Some people get
Mhm,
that feeling when they're going from, having their hair chemically treated to going the natural route. So they're growing it all out, like I did.
mhm,
Or, they're in the natural route, but it's like they're going through that teeny weeny afro stage. So it's like it's just, there's enough to know that there's there, but there's not enough to like do the cute styles that maybe you saw on Pinterest or whatever that you want to do.
yeah.
There's that feeling. Um, th- do I put my hair up in braids? Like most of the time, of course, there's 12 months in a year, so I would say probably we just
Nothing
gonna
wrong with
put it all up.
100%.
And I don't want to deal with that headache, which is my prerogative, and I'm perfectly fine with it. But then, like during the
Mhm.
summer months, the warmer months, when I wanted to let it be free, this is as much freedom as it's ever gotten on a consistent basis. And I think it doesn't know what to do with itself. So it's like,
Yeah, that's the thing. See, with you
normally
being
she has a
happy,
spy.
you have a spy. Spy where?
She's-
Spy for who?
no,
Who is spying
no,
on?
I said, it's, no, I was saying it doesn't know what to do with itself. So it's like, I don't know whether this is like, what does she normally has us in braids by like Labor Day? We free? Does she have a spy? What is she trying? What is she doing? And it doesn't know what to do with itself. Poor hair. It's
Uh,
okay.
whenever you
It's
do
okay.
change, it takes a while for them to catch up. So I get it.
I know, right?
I get it.
Yeah, these. Oh, but another thing is, while it's an adjustment period, maybe for my hair itself, it could also be an adjustment period for other people and how they view me because they may be used to me one way with, let's say, the braids, or another way with me with my hair out, another way with
Mhm,
like if I do something, funky with my head wraps. I
mhm,
love me my good head wraps, girl. I love me a good head wrap.
mhm. That is one thing
So
that I'm very appreciative about our culture is that the the acceptance and the normalcy of having head wraps and not having this pressure to show your hair or your hair having to be a certain way is just like a huge relief because sometimes your hair is just like not at its 100. And I don't want to do the whole, oh, let's throw it up in a bun and a messy bun and go out there. Like, no,
no,
no. I just want to wrap it
no.
up and give it some time away from the sun and away from people.
Yeah. My hair doesn't want to be out in public and I have to respect it.
Yeah, seriously.
Otherwise,
Serious.
it does this thing of falling out,
Oh, we don't want that.
which I don't want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's
Baldness?
that's always been fun. Um I do. I would appreciate that the prices of the products. I will say this, since I've made the decision to let my hair be natural and it live in its natural state, the price of the hair products have not gone down. As in fact, it's gone up.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like,
Like the cost
so
of living.
if you were ever told, oh, it's cheaper, it's more efficient, and da 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 da, you are lied to. I'm
Lies,
telling you right now,
lies.
they're lying to you because as a human, they want you to be miserable too.
Yeah,
And
apparently.
I won't lie to you.
I mean,
It's
listen,
not easy. It's not cheaper.
whatever someone's choice is in regards to their hair, whether they do down the route of relax, whether they do down the path of like, fully natural, or they're
It's
like
going
me,
to be
where it's kind of
expensive.
in between. Yeah, it is going to be expensive. Products in itself is expensive. And the thing about it is, right? And the disrespectful thing about it is the
Mhm.
products, it's not even all the products. It's the products that's catered to a particular group that tend to have a price tag that's a lot higher because they know it's a demand. P- There's a demand.
Mhm.
So they have to gouge you out. You know you want it. You know you're going to come by and pay for it. So, of course, they raise the prices. Cost of living has gone up. They got to make their money too. They want to make profit too. So, up the prices go. Now, what do you think would happen, right? If we get to a point of resolution where it's just like now it's no longer let's buy products, we're now making homemade stuff. You know how like they have the homemade like hair masks that you make yourself from like things you can get from like the grocery stores, that's like a fraction of the price, like mayo,
Mhm.
an egg, an avocado, what else, like
There was that trend of
coconut
doing rice
oil.
water.
Yeah, the rice water. Like all of these stuff, a fraction of the price from what you're getting at the hair store and still having good results for your hair. Granted, it's a lot of work to have to, make
Mm.
these homemade remedies and such that what's going in your hair, what's being used
Yeah.
to create these products, but it's like which would you prefer? It being cheaper in the sense of like you not paying as much for the stuff, or are you paying in your time, because you're paying either way. It's either you're paying your time or you're paying with your money, but either way you're paying.
Oh my goodness. When you put it that way.
Do you want convenience? Then you pay that extra cash. I know it sucks. Nobody wants to be paying these absorbent prices for hair products, but
No.
it is what it, unless if you have decided to go be a wild woman and just let your hair just be, or shave it down short and just that's it, then
Girl, watch your mouth.
well, I
Watch your
don't see no
mouth.
other way. I don't see no other way.
Yeah. I mean, I completely understand because recently I went to TJ Maxx and I was browsing through. I actually went there to look for a replacement head for my hair dryer. And I discovered my hair mask, my deep conditioned hair mask, my leave-in conditioner, and there's something else. There was a define cream by a particular brand.
Yeah.
I think Adwa. I always pronounce the name wrong. I use their blue tansy line, but they also have like another line, like a peppermint oil kind of line as well.
Mhm.
TJ Maxx. Each bottle was under, I want to say under 16. I think the conditioner was like 15. No, actually everything was like 14.99. So basically $15
Wow.
each.
That's a
Sephora,
steal.
I would have spent close to $100 plus tax just for those 3 bottles.
I can see that.
I ended up spending half of that at TJ Maxx.
Yo, people need to stop sleeping on TJ Maxx. Honestly, though, that was one of the things I really liked about us doing like window shopping. I call it more a recon mission because that's what it was. We went to all the stores that we know, like the shipments aren't always like consistent on what they got, but sometimes you would be finding
Mhm.
gems in them. Like TJ Maxx and Marshalls have like come in clutch for so much. Like I found a pair of Levi jeans at TJ Maxx under $20. I think it was like $12 I paid for the jeans. Levi's, where are you gonna get that? That brand in itself, it's like what,
Not at
$40?
Levi's. I think it's more.
30 something. Oh, is it? Has it
I think
gone
it's
up?
40 on clearance. If they were to do their own, if they've done their own clearance, I feel like it's 40 if they do their own clearance.
Yeah, makes
Yeah,
sense.
I think it's
Because I
slightly
did go
more.
to
It's
the
still
Levi's
under
store one
100,
time.
but it
Yeah,
could get pretty pricey.
it does get pricey. I went to the store, like the physical store in Rentham one time.
Mhm.
Let me tell you. The thing is, it's like with them, I know how good
She
their
was
quality are.
like,
I
that
had
was
a
enough
pair
for
of
me.
jeans from them since like I had from like junior high that lasted me almost till the end of my high school days. They were that good pair of jeans. If I didn't outgrow them, I would still be wearing them. Literally, I was wearing them till my thigh part was bursting at the seams because I was gaining too much weight. And I was like, nah, I can still squeeze it too. And you know, like how they had the little ripped jeans way back when and stuff. As the thighs started growing, so did the stretch in the pants. It was unintentional, but it happened nonetheless.
It's always the thigh.
The thighs just betraying you like
Your
hair
jeans were like, we
care.
can't go with you, my child.
Yep. Gotta
They be
let it
telling
go.
you, they be telling the truth, even though you want them to lie. Hmm. Yeah, but I 100% agree with you. Comes to hair, I now am looking. I'm like, oh well, so right now, I just need to them to as the hair serum, which each at Sephora can, depending on which one I get. If I can just get my hands on that hair serum
You're
through
very
TJ
menacing,
Maxx, I
like
think
leaning over.
my collection will be complete.
I mean, when you already have the
I'll
collection
just
in
be
the
like,
set
oh.
and just replenishing, it's a lot easier rather than like you just because the thing is it's the first
Starting
initial
anew.
time of getting it. Yeah, starting anew is tough. And that's the problem of like trial and error. Like you
Mhm.
try it for a couple months and it don't work. And then now it's like, what am I supposed to do with all this excess products? The only thing that saves me is I have like a bunch of sisters. So I'm like, girl, this didn't work for me, but maybe it worked for you.
Mhm.
Come to find out that they use the same products already. So I'm like, great. Now you don't have to buy because this is like, these products are still pretty much full.
In my situation, because there'll be times where I'll wear my braids, I go through like
Yeah.
a cleaning process of the braids. So it's like, ha, this $40 shampoo that did not help me way back when. You about to work on this? I'd be like, I need to use you anyway. I'd be
Seriously.
using everything else but my stuff. Like, no, this is for my hair. This is for the hair that I bought. There's a difference.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. If I had like a wig collection, oh, I'd be even that. Oh, I'll just use that. Well, give me that Tresemme shit over there. Just Garnier, get on over here. Just pour it all over. Why? Because it's not going on my head. It's going on this wig. This wig needs to be
Seriously.
cleaned one way or the other.
Seriously.
So yeah, it can get pretty costly. I had an ex who, poor guy. I mean, I can look back and say poor guy, but at the time I didn't care. He
Surprise,
threw
surprise.
out he threw out like one of my hair masks. And I was just like, why would you do that? He threw it out because he thought it was just garbage or whatever. So he just threw it out. I was just like, how would you feel if I threw you out and treated you like garbage? He was like, first
Wow.
of all, it's just a hair care product. See, that's why you bald headed motherfuckers can't be walking around telling people what to do with their hair. He's like, but I'm
No, you did not say bald headed. Although I can't stand that sentiment where like guys be trying to tell you, oh, I prefer you natural. Well,
I didn't ask you.
exactly. Mind your business. Because this is what you got. Okay. This unnatural hair. Okay. That's what brought you to the table. Don't you forget that. Don't be trying to switch up the script and be acting different now that you think you got me. Oh, I think natural look better. Oh,
I've heard
I
that.
like you better without makeup. Boy, pack your shit and find the door. Okay? Find the door.
I've heard that, and I'm just like, I don't.
It's so cringy.
At first, I'm thinking, do they think it's a compliment? Like, I think in their mind they think it's a compliment, but at the same time, it's like
Possibly.
she's not gonna take it as that. Like, I've seen
Mhm.
it where a guy was trying to compliment my friend, but using me as an example. First of all, how is not a good idea.
That is a whole
That was the
loaded
worst thing that you ever could have done. I was like, that's not how
situation.
that works, sir. That wasn't
That
smart.
sounds like it was
He's
something.
like, yeah, I prefer my women natural with no makeup. Mind you, I had just taken my braids out, so like I had my fro out, and it
Mm.
was hot as hell, so I had no makeup up. I'm not gonna sweat.
Sweat
So
some
my friend is looking
expensive
at
ass
me.
product? Nope.
So my friend's looking at me. She's like, Are, she she only looks like this because the weather is not cooperating with her. Okay. Let's get that very clear, sir. You've never seen her vanity set. Okay. And I hope to God
Facts.
you never do. Okay.
Mm.
You better
Mm.
be this right here is because it's too hot. It's too hot. And what is
Mm.
wrong with me? And I was like, I don't. I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with you, girl, because you are beautiful just as you are.
Now her looking
She
at you
never saw that man
sideways like,
again.
if you don't stop,
She never saw him again. She never saw him again. I was like,
I don't blame you. I do not blame her. That's so disrespectful.
that's
There is
not the line
nothing
that
worse
you use.
than you comparing someone with their friend. That's
Yeah,
awful.
that's
That's like an awful feeling.
terrible.
Yeah, that is
And
the
then you pick the
awful
wrong
feeling.
friend at that. How you gonna pick me as an example, sir? I am the no. If I had it my way, I'd have a makeup artist. That's their sole job is to follow me around and give me touch ups.
Mhm.
I need to be powdered. Powder my nose, Susan. I see a shine.
See you shine. Shine no more, girl. Shine no more. Meanwhile, we're out here trying to
Oh, Susan. Susan.
powder the face so that we're not out here glistening with the sweat. And then the Asian
Yeah.
community, they're all out here want that glass look. The glossy, the glowing is the better. So you want to
It
look
just goes to
oily?
show you.
I'm so
It just
confused.
goes to show you every group has their thing. What is defined
Mhm.
as like beautiful to them? That
Serious.
see-through glass look may work over there. Big
Yep.
lips works over there. No lips works over here. Like I don't just I
Not
don't
the no
know.
lips. Wow. Tell me
You
how
know,
you really
it
feel.
it just
Dang,
it just
Danielle,
it
you just
changes.
coming for the next.
It just changes. It fluctuates, and it's crazy. So I can understand why for some, the topic of hair and makeup and all of that can be real sensitive because it's like at the end of the day, everybody wants to look their best. They want to feel beautiful. They want to look how they feel, which for the most part you want to feel great. So you want to look great to match it.
Mm-hmm.
Others they want to look super expensive, like you can't afford me. I mean, with the way some of these prices, these products are, you better walk out here act like you expensive. That's
Yeah.
all I'm saying.
No, boy. They are very, very exposed. First of all, it takes so much work just doing the research based on like your hair, its porosity, like what exactly you need to treat your hair
Mm.
for. To do the research, just finding out what your hair really need and the root of its problem is a lot of work. And then to have to do research on like which stuff is natural, which has harmful stuff in there, which brand is okay, which brand has had, backing from our people, from our society, or from our group of people, melanin folks that look like us. Like it's so much work. It's so much work in
Mm-hmm.
itself. And then for people
It's
to be all,
exhausting.
oh well, it's just hair, it's no big deal. It's like, no, 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 it's a full-time job. It's literally a full-time job. And the thing is, it's like people underestimate how you like even your hair being washed, just being washed is like a huge like, oh, I feel great. I feel healthy. Like I feel excited. Like I've accomplished one thing. I now have motivation to accomplish another task. Oh, I washed it. Maybe I can even dry it one of these days. You know, like you just never know people's situation and stuff. And that simple act goes a long way. It goes a
She said
very
one
long
of
way.
these days.
Listen, there's been some times I'm not gonna even lie. I've been one of these people where it's like, okay, I accomplished washing it and I could not be bothered to dry it. That shit was air drying. Like I know dang well, you know, my textured hair is not meant for this air drying life. And I'm out here waltzing about like this is okay. And best believe my hair took its revenge. Revenge it took.
Let me tell you something.
And I'm still recovering.
I haven't touched my I haven't touched my blow dryer in God knows how long. I forgot how to use it. Because by the time I'm done washing my hair, I'm like,
Because it's so much. It's so much.
Air dry it is.
Listen, I just feel like there should just be.
Mind you, I have a friend. I have a friend who used to do hair, and I'd be looking at her like, I will pay you. I will pay you. I just don't want to do it. She'd be like, you don't have to pay me. I will pay you. I just don't want to do it. She'd be like, girl, why you make it sound like you in prison? I might as well be.
She said, I ain't going back. Not those days again.
Especially when the shutdown, and everybody and their grandmother, for some reason, it didn't click in their mind that salons would also shut down.
Oh no. It was like a dark
people were showing up. What you mean, salon?
For women during
They're
the
like,
shutdown.
yeah, girl, I'm still going to the salon. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no. Salons are not considered essential. According to who? According to
Facts. It's essential.
Ain't nobody asked me. You better unlock these doors, girl. Stop playing.
Essential.
They were like,
listen, we're about to do some underground hair doing. It's like the prohibition all over again.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. Instead of bars, it was salons.
Yeah, let me get a wash and blow. I'll give you $50. $50, girl, cash, cold hard cash. Let me get a texturizer. Let me get a texturizer. I got 150 for you. 150 for you. Just sneak me in.
I'm telling you, I'm convinced women were crying in their sleep once they realized that hair salons were not considered essential. I was like, the level of disrespect.
And I had to do, like, it's been so long since I've literally had to take care of my hair weeks after weeks, months after months consecutively by myself. My hair was broken. It was hurt, neglected, shattered. When I went back to my hairdresser, it was a sad, sad day. It was the thinnest I've ever looked. Half the hair was like uneven, broken, falling out, and patchy and bald. Ooh. The stress alone had my hair packing up its bag and leaving. And me and my mistreatment made it worse.
Your hair was like, F this.
I think all of 2020 I avoided mirrors just because I didn't want to depress myself even more. Wake up in the morning. Who is this? What is this? Be gone from my sight, beast. Why, Lord? Why?
She said, be gone from my sight, beast.
Jesus, why? Why? Why have you brought this image of this semi-balding creature? Screaming of my precious from the few strands that was holding on from the front of my hairline. Why have you done this to me?
You did not look like that.
Girl, I
You
have pictures that shows that you could see through what little hair that was covering my scalp. It was
no, I'm not
that
gonna lie.
thin.
I'm not gonna lie. There were a few times where I
Receding.
looked at you funny. You're like, hold on.
Receding. Nah, you ain't
You
imagining
stressed?
it. This is not the light. Nah, it was for real. I was out here
I was like,
golden with
girl,
my three
you all
strings of
right
hair. My precious. Trying to pick up the follicles that fell on the
over
ground and take them back to my head just because no, no, don't
I
leave
remember
me.
getting texts. I remember getting texts and phone calls from friends, and because I've always done my hair, so they were like, "Girl, like, so how you do this? How you work this thing?" I was like, "The blow dryer, like, the straightener. You turn the button on." Yeah. She's like, "Girl, I will pay you." No, I don't want to do my own hair. No, thank you.
Yeah, see, that's the tough
No,
part.
thank
My
you.
thing is, I will
The
say that.
the pain in their eyes,
Hmm. I felt
the
that.
sheer pain in their eyes when they were like, "No, like salon." I had to explain to some of them, like, "Nope, salons are closed. They're considered non-essential." According to who? The COVID restriction rules that was mandated by our governor. I ain't vote for him. Okay, okay.
You
I
said
didn't.
he's not my
I
governor.
didn't make up the rules.
Mm,
That day, I didn't vote for him. Who told him? It's just like a man. I was like, oh well, hold on. let's let's not throw the man under the bus. He's just trying to keep us all alive and healthy the best way based on the information that he has. Whatever. Ain't nobody asked me. You gotta open these damn salons. Oh, okay.
2020
I
was
wasn't about
was
to
a
put my life
dark.
on the line for the governor. I'm sorry, brother.
It was tough. 2020 was a dark time for hair. I don't know about everybody else, but it was a dark time for hair for me. I have never cried so much. First of all, I was already stressed at work. And I that was the year I truly, cuz I had forgotten how much like outward stress affects my hair because I blocked
Mm-hmm.
out the college days from my head, when I lost
Mm-hmm.
weight, lost hair, lost sleep. That was a dark time for
Mm-hmm.
me too. All I remember was graduating in the degree. Okay, the hard work, I'm trying to block it out like PTSD trauma, like ah,
You were holding on
ah.
to that degree for dear life.
Yeah, basically, this was the reward for all my efforts. Okay, my
Mhm.
follicles being sacrificed from the stress. Okay.
Your hair was like, you better get a good job. You better get a good
Facts.
paying job, girl.
Biggest facts. It said we sacrifice shit for you. You better make
You
that
better
money come
go.
in and start taking care of us right. Girl, let me tell you.
Hmm.
The first thing I had to do when I was like getting like a job, because like I literally started working like 2 days after I graduated. I had landed a
Yeah.
job in a law firm. First thing when the check cleared was take me to a salon to fix the damage of the things that were not done, to save whatever follicles was still left on my head that did not decide to pack up and shit and leave me from its
She
mistreatment.
said, before I can, think about repayment of these student loans, I got to think about the replenishing of my hair
F them
follicles.
loans. F them loans. Okay. My follicles came first because my emotional state was beyond in distress. I couldn't even enjoy that I had just graduated. 4 long, hard, gruesome years couldn't
My
even be
goodness.
celebrated because no, it was
My
tough. It
good.
literally was. When they were chopping my head, like it wasn't even just like, oh yeah, like, we're gonna give you a little trim because it was so bad. The damage to my hair from 4 years of college was so bad they had to buzz cut half of my hair from half of my ear from earlobe to earlobe. Half of my earlobe to earlobe was shaved because the damage was so bad, so it can try to grow back. The rest of the top of my head that was got me looking like a whole mushroom for like another year after that shave had to be trimmed. Okay, I was literally a little mushroom top. I had enough follicles to reach just the top of my earlobes, and I'm out here trying to make it look cute. Like I cried. I cried. I was crying when they were buzzing. I was crying when they were trimming. I was crying. I never cried so
You
hard in my
know,
life. You would have thought
now
somebody
that
died.
you now that you mention it, I think I blocked that memory out too because I don't remember any of
Mm,
this.
mm. For
I think you
good
blocked it out in
reason.
solidarity.
For
So we don't need
good
to remember such things.
for good reason. Okay. This is the type of traumas that take you out here having to go to a therapy to recover. Okay. People like, oh,
Mhm.
no big deal. No, 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 no. This heavily
You
affects me.
know,
Honestly,
guys go through this too because ain't nothing more testing than watching a
that receding
man hold on to that receding.
sir, sir, just shave it.
Everything else done
I
left.
say that meanwhile, right? I say that meanwhile, we out here looking for tips and tricks and things on how to make sure hair follicle come back, hair growth, deep conditioner. How do we style? How do we keep it going? Like, we're no better.
I'm like,
We're just as
we're
bad as
not.
the men. The only thing is we're only better at hiding it. Okay. You can go take us from being damn near bald to having like a whole wig situation looking like we had always had hair. And you
And the
never know.
wigs aren't the wigs of yesteryear. They're real high tech these days.
Yeah, no more of that Clarissa. Now you got them knotless braids. Now you got one of those. Let's glue the little braids from the hair you got left to the to the scalp so it
Oh,
stays.
that's
Sewing
right.
sewing the weave in there, so it looks seamless as part of the scalp. There's so many techniques, so many methods and stuff. And I honestly believe if hair
Everything
was
has
just
gotten
hair,
better.
yeah, if hair was just hair and it was just frivolous thing and not as important as some people try to make it out to be, there wouldn't be so much progress taking place, so many changes throughout the generation from hair alone if it wasn't important. Like your hair,
Listen,
not like for me, my hair not being 100%, like confidence level dropping.
mhm,
Me not having like the strength to be able to like step into a room and feeling like I can own it despite me being nervous. Like I can't do that if my hair is not in tip top shape and I don't feel well.
listen. I don't know about everybody else, but what I do know is if I was looking to have like to invest some money into like
Uh-huh.
what I know would be considered foolproof, where I feel like, you know what, I know I always get my money. It's in the beauty the beauty industry.
Facts.
I was like
Facts.
wigs, hair products,
Listen.
makeup. If I'm an investor, listen,
Yep.
point me in the direction of where the women are frolicking to. That is where I invest my money.
It's funny you say that because I was doing some research or whatever on stuff, and I had seen on Instagram that they were talking about like investing. They were like, oh, when you're investing and then invest in a company or a certain index
Mm-hmm.
or a certain fund where it's almost like in a product that for sure there's like almost a guarantee that it's like you'll get that money back
Yeah.
because it's like an item or in things where it's like it'll never not be in business. Like it'll
Mm.
never like not be needed, not be wanted, and all this other stuff. So then I was like, oh, okay, like um so I was thinking about it, I was looking at it, and it's true. It's like just like you say with hair and makeup and stuff. Another one that what was it? I forget what I forget what I'm trying to look to see if I can find it again. So there's this stock, right? That
Yeah.
the that is like it's like a giant portfolio that has like a few of like the major companies that has to do with like food and products like toothpaste, deodorant, like lotion and all that stuff, and it's like all under those things. And if you think about it, those things that you use on a day-to-day basis, investing in those things will never be a loss. People will
Mm.
always need and always want these things. So you really can't go wrong investing in them.
I mean, I see no lies told there. No lies told there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It'd be a lot. I just want, as much as I enjoy, you know, these wonderful hair follicles that are on my head right now, I can't seem to stop touching because it's so damn soft.
I noticed
I
that.
just wish the routine. I just wish this is the softest it's ever been. Okay, it is the softest it's ever been. It's like if you could touch a cloud, this is what it would
Yeah,
feel like.
that's the part that makes me happy. That was one of the things that I really liked. Um, being able to do is like when my hair felt that soft. And that
Hmm.
was one of the things like that's like trying to get me motivated to go back to that, because it's like when you go to the salon now, it's so heavily packed and so many people get into it. Like the care you used to have, I
Yeah.
feel before has gone down a bit, you know. Before I used to be able to get in, like, you know, it was already planned in advance that a certain treatment would be done, hot oil treatment, a deep
Oh
conditioner
yeah.
treatment. Now it's like two slaps, smackety smack, and then they're trying to get you out the door because they're just trying to make money. And there's some of these,
I
like, you know,
almost.
what's called side hustlers. Is that what we're calling them?
I
To do your hair.
guess.
They're like, oh yeah, we don't wash, we don't blow dry, we don't anything. You need to do all that stuff and buy
Oh,
your hair. We're charging you.
they're like social media stylists because they're up and coming. You got to book them through their social
Mm,
media, and there's like you read their requirements, and it's a lot. They don't. Some of them they don't wash the hair. They don't do this. They don't do that. There's like a
mhm, mhm.
deposit that you got to put down. There's a cancellation fee. There's an extra fee that almost sounds like an annoyance fee. Supposedly some of them, not all, but some have told their clients that have like more kinky textured hair like myself, we don't do that type of hair. You got to blow dry it out and blah blah blah. You got to do it is a lot. So there'd be a lot of these requirements that some of them have, and it's just like by the time you're done reading it, it's like you ever pay attention to those pharmaceutical commercials when they're reading you the list of all the side effects?
Yep.
That's how
Yep.
it feels like by the time you're done reading it. And it's like, do I even want to have this haircut anymore or to have this hairstyle anymore? And a lot of them, it's not even just the hairstyle itself, it's the
Hmm.
wigs. Like the prices for the wigs is
Yep.
beyond.
It's disrespectful, is what it is. It is disrespectful. Let's call it what it is. Disrespectful. And
You
these
expect it to
so-called,
be expensive, but it's like, it's a lot.
yep.
It'd be a lot.
And then to add insult to injury, these so-called stylists charging you damn near $300 for what? What am I charging for? You're not providing products. I have to bring that myself. You're not washing. You're
No,
not blow drying. You're not getting hair. You're not anything.
but that's probably the lowest I've seen.
It's crazy.
The 300. Yeah, I've seen as much as like 1,200,
Yeah,
maybe even
I can
more.
believe that. I can believe
And
that.
I'm
People,
just like, it'd be one thing if like you were a celebrity stylist and then like they're expecting, there's a certain package that you get with that. But even with that, it's just like it'd be a lot. It really does.
yeah.
It'd be a lot. And
Hmm.
part of the reason I feel like some people resort to like doing their hair themselves is it's already hard enough to find a stylist,
Yeah.
a good one,
Yep.
and then not feel rushed because no one wants to feel, first of all, you don't want to feel like you're rushed out of the salon, but you also don't want to spend your whole life in the salon.
Yep.
Like
And it's
sun
tough
up, sun
because,
down, you're in the salon. No, thank you.
yeah, it's tough because it's like too, some of these, trying to find a good stylist for our textured hair is very hard, because a lot of places
Hmm.
either can't do it, won't do it, and don't know how to handle it. That leaves you very little choices.
Yeah.
And the ones that do it,
So
they're like, oh well, we're in hot demand, so you need to pay. It's not my fault. Like your hair is nappy, is this, is that, da da da. You need to pay. There's other people that's lining up out the door to pay me. If you don't want to pay me, that's bye. Do your hair yourself. Find somebody
that's the
else.
tough. That's the tough part.
It's
Once
like,
if you do find one, then in my case, it's too far. Like you're too
Yep.
far for me to go
It
all the way out
usually is.
there. Each
Mhm.
appointment, it usually is you're just too far,
Yep.
or the price point is just isn't within my reach. So like for me, it's just like I'm not gonna ask somebody to lower their price
Mhm.
just to accommodate me for a service that I'm more than willing to pay. But at the
Yeah.
same time, it's like it's got to fit for me. It got to make sense for me. So it's like you're almost forced to do it yourself in a
Mhm.
sense. I think there's a small group of us where we feel like we're almost forced to do it ourselves because it's just like the options out there ain't any better.
Nope.
So it's like I might as well stay home. Granted, there have been a lot of stylists that I've noticed, the good ones that are kind of like we're kind of scaling back from their
Mhm.
client, they're on, client to client personnel kind of thing to the
Yeah.
kind of being working on the back end of things. So they're kind of coming up in the role of teaching and like doing other endeavors behind
Mhm.
hair. They're more comfortable with sharing their tips, sharing their suggestions, sharing that knowledge with everybody. So that way, hey, you too can do this. Because like them, they too also notice that a lot of people, they after the shutdown, leading up to the shutdown, and then after that, they weren't really coming back to salon. It's like if I could do this myself, I will.
Yep. Well, I mean, there's only so much disrespect that you can get. And when you're forced in a corner where you have to learn DIY, figure it out, and do it yourself, why not? Why not? And
Yeah.
especially if the chances of the results coming out 9 out of 10 times exactly as you want it, why not have that guarantee rather than going someone who gives you this attitude like they don't want to be there? Okay. Makes it seem like it's
Mm,
an inconvenience that you're there, even though you're a well paying customer. There's no one has time for that. No one has
no,
time
no
for
one
that.
does. No one
No.
does. And that sucks. That sucks because then it's kind of screws out. It kind of screws up the I guess the potential money that the good stylist could be making. But it's like,
Mhm.
what can you do? What can you do?
No,
You
not
know,
much.
you got to do what's in the best interest of you. So you got to do what you got to do.
So, what would be the advice you would say you give to the people in regards to hair care and your relationship with hair?
I think regardless of whether you do it yourself or you have somebody else handle it, if you can just take the time to like research and really get to know what's best for you and your needs and your hair and be very honest with that, I think you should be okay. I think for the most part, for some women, they have a harder time letting go. They gotta have their hair a certain in length, certain volume, certain this. So I think if you let go of some of those expectations and kind of just go in with the mindset of what I want is my hair to be in its healthiest state possible.
Yeah.
So whatever I got to do to get it to that point, that'll be
Mhm.
great because everything else will kind of just fall in line with that. And
Yeah.
definitely don't be afraid to ask questions. Stylists can only do so much, but at the end of the day, this is still your hair. It's on your head. You deal with it 24/7. So if there's
Yeah.
something that you don't like or that you feel like they need to know, then you got to tell them before the first cut, before they do anything,
Mhm.
because they got to understand where you're coming from in order to achieve the goal of where you're trying to go.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Hmm.
Makes sense.
What about yourself?
Uh, I would say that whether you decide to go all natural or whether decide like me or whether you decide to go, relaxed or texturize or something in between like I'm doing where it's like I do it not so often every year. It's like maybe
Hmm.
once, max twice a year, and then just let my natural hair grow and take care of it. Whatever way you decide to do, just do what's best for you. Do not fall under the pressure of other people because even their regiment of what they do for their hair will not and is not a guarantee to work for you. So you just have to do what works for you. If, you know, doing once to twice a year, relaxing the hair is the way that it gets its the healthiest state, do what you have to do. Not
Yeah.
everybody, when they get the cracky cream, that means the death of their hair. That their hair is no longer the same. It's not healthy and stuff. That's not true. It
I'm
works
sorry.
for some and
What
it
do you
doesn't for
call it?
others.
The cracky cream?
Yeah, I mean, that's what it's been dubbed by those trying
Oh,
to demonize the
they were
cracky
trying to demonize you. Yeah, she's got the creamy crack in her hair.
the creamy crack. They said the cracky cream. You know.
Cracky
Well,
cream, creamy crack. It's all the same thing.
that is what I would leave the people with. Okay, please take the time to cultivate the relationship with your hair. It is very important. The root of your
Mhm.
confidence, the root of your determination, and so many other is how well you maintain your relationship with your hair. Because that is one of the first thing people see when they see it. They see your face and they see your hair. Take care of it.
Drink lots of water. That's the only consistent thing here. Whatever your state your hair is, if you drink lots of water, let me tell you, your hair will love you, no matter how it
Mhm.
looks.
Well,
Mhm.
thank you. Thank you, listeners, for still being here with us and listening to us talk about this very important topic. That doesn't always get discussed. Yeah. Until next time.
We'll be back to complain some more.
Bye.
Bye.